Hey guys, welcome to the ZedKraze stream for tonight, the 26th of December 2017. And what are we doing tonight? We are counting down the top 10 games of 2017, according to me, ZedKraze. Maybe not according to you, but according to me, it's my personal list. You can look, if you want to put, I don't know, Flappy Birds as all your numbers from 1 to 10, even though Flappy Birds did not come out this year, and I don't think you can actually even download it anymore, the official version, of course. Yeah, then go right ahead. But this is my personal top 10 of 2017 list. Now, we've had number 10, Thimbleweed Park. Number 9, Paradigm. Number 8, Little Nightmares. Yeah. Number 7, South Park, The Fractured But Whole. Number 6, Tacoma. Number 5, Ruiner. Number 4, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, which we played earlier tonight. And now, number 3 is Cuphead. Now, I am redoing this stream right now because we were having streaming issues, and if you are watching this on YouTube, of course, you don't want to be watching a frozen frame and just hearing audio and that, so I felt I need to redo this stream because it is reliant on, you know, having good internet going at the same time, and for some reason, my internet connection was tanking, so I just watched back the video that we were playing of Cuphead, and yeah, it was a slideshow. So yeah, we're gonna redo this now. That's okay. We didn't actually beat any bosses anyway, so it's just like in the game. We'll be redoing it. So why is Cuphead one of my favorite games of the year? Why is it number 3? Because it's just brilliant. I was just saying before I finished the first version of this stream that it just gets everything right. Like, what doesn't this game do right? Tell me. It's so charming. It's brilliantly hand-drawn and animated. It's like, what is bad about this game? Nothing. So, yeah, so let's just get straight back into it. Now, I say get straight back into it because we have played this on the stream multiple times before. It is such a great game. I may never complete it. As you can see, I'm only at 24% of the game completed so far. But it is a very hard game. But despite that, I haven't ever really felt overly frustrated by the game. So yeah, it's really good in that respect. Now, I'm liking the fact that I'm seeing green on OBS as far as our kilobytes per second goes. So yeah, that's good news. Now let's check out our equipping, because we did on the last stream just swap settings around. Yeah, that's cool. Alright, let's get into it. Simple, because we cannot handle regular. And I was saying earlier on the stream that regular is the way you actually capture souls, which is kind of the aim of the game, but you can keep progressing by just playing the simple mode if you want. So, now we got pretty damn close on an earlier try of this to finally complete this one, but still not quite there. Oh, that was a good miss. You just gotta get into a real rhythm with this game and just know when to move, what the bosses are gonna do next. I mean, I've played this level in particular so many times now, and I'm not sick of it yet. Like, and the good thing is there's multiple bosses available at the same time, so if you are getting too frustrated with a particular one, you can just move on to something else, you know, for a break, or just stop playing, of course. Oh man, how much more we've got to go till we get to the next mode? We have got less damage now because we're doing, because we have added an extra heart, if you will. It's not a heart, but you know what I mean. We're getting better at that dodging. Just gotta zone in, just look at those. Oh, I say that and then I get hit. Still, we're going pretty good so far. And get past this and be on 3 hearts still on this next phase of this boss, which is the final phase, to my knowledge. Here we go. Cool. Alright, and now we go this guy. Boom! And... oh, crap. Ah! No, we're only down. Oh! How did we lose all our 3 hits in, like, that one section? Oh, look how close we are. You can see, like, Cuphead kind of running towards that flag, and that shows the different phases. So we're on that little stick in the middle, like, there. So you've got the first one. That's when the birds start popping up, and then the next one is when he transforms into the one where it's popping out the feathers, and then that third stick is when it goes into that sort of baby bird thing. And then the flag is obviously get to the end, and you can see how close we were. Alright, let's give it another go. Wallop. I couldn't even imagine trying to beat this on the regular mode. I mean, most of the times it feels like when you do actually defeat these bosses, like you kind of almost like fluked it. You only just did it. It wasn't because you like absolutely mastered it or anything. It's just like that one time you just happened to dodge everything just perfectly, and that's why you survived to the end. Alright, feather time. Ah, damn it. We had perfect so far. I mean, we are quite comfortably getting to that final phase now, but it's that final phase that's really killing us. Oh, man. There we go. Alright. Oh, that's only getting... damn it. I'm going pre-shooters now. Oh, man. It is fast. Now, because how do we get that invincibility? Was that the invincibility thing we did just before? What am I missing here? Let's switch weapon. I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's it, but... not dash, because that's what makes us go small. Oh, man. Oh, man, those eggs are just... going nuts, or whatever they are. I don't know what you call it. Oh, come on, we must be so close. does seem to be a pattern with that sort of circling and that. Yes, we did it! Oh, finally! Oh, it's so good when I get this done on a stream as well. Who cares about what a grade is? We got it done. Skill level, 1 star, D grade. I don't care, I'm happy with a D. A brand new record. Oh yeah. Yay, yay. Oh, whoa. Well, that's new. Oh, and there's the eggs and that up there. The nest and that, and of course the birdhouse there and that. So the flags give away that you've actually already completed that already. Yeah. Okay, so we can quite easily see what we've actually completed already. So this is not actually, all that's doing is giving us a shortcut. It's not taking us anywhere new. We've already done that. I don't know if I'd ever get sick of that music. Well, okay, maybe if I was in like some sort of torture chamber or something like that, and they were just playing it non-stop 24/7, maybe then. But otherwise, all right. So we've got this dragon. I think that's the only one we haven't done now. Yeah, Grim Matchstick. And of course we haven't completed the platformer levels. I'll show you them, seeing this is our top 10 stream. But let's try and see if we can knock out this guy. Sometimes this seems to happen where I get stuck on bosses for ages, and then on a stream I'll knock out 2 or 3 in one hit. And it's like, what the hell? Oh, tail. Actually doing quite well so far. Took my first hit there. Probably could have avoided that. Oh, that's right. He has different modes. Oh, these fireballs. Oh, those. This is normally where I get stuffed over. There we go. Oh, what am I doing down there? Oh, whoa, what the hell? What happened there? Why'd I turn into a giant cup? Oh, let's try it again. Wallop. Ah, I shouldn't be pressing down. That's making me fall down. That's not making me fall down. It's jumping down while doing that is making me fall down. Oh! I think that's around where I lost it last time. Oh, crap. Oh, what? We're actually pretty close. So it's that fire level there that's actually... That's the final phase. So we just have to get him past that. So if we can keep our health up to there and then use our EX... Oh, we didn't parry that. We got too excited. Okay, let's set this up. Oh, we're invincible. That's what... Yeah, that's what this is. Oh, that was very short invincibility. That was not really worth it. Ah! I've got to stop doing that. Oh, no! We're so close. Oh, no! How close were we? Oh, we were right there! Oh, come on, we can do this. We can do this. It's on. It's the falling down while ducking down that's killing me. I'm gonna just not be ducking anymore. I know that's getting me extra hits sometimes, but it's not worth it for the falls that I take when I accidentally jump at the same time. Alright. We're already here. Okay, there's got to be a pattern to these fireballs somewhat. Ouch! Bastards. Sneaky little dudes, aren't they? Oh, what? That's a bit... not as close as we got last time. We were so close that other time. Gotta use that EX. I think why it's different now is because we're not as a plane, so... Oh, damn it! Oh, this shot's gone. Maybe we'll change our power up or something. Try something different. Alright, we've got one hit left. I don't think we're going to beat this now. It's such a short-lived invincibility. Alright, let's exit to map and we'll try equipping a different special ability. Oh, that's right, we've got different weapons as well, don't we? Okay, so... Shot B. Jumbo Roundabout. Great coverage with average damage. Aim backward to... Okay, I've got to remember how to actually change to that. Super is invincibility for a short time. Otherwise... a devastating attack. Let's go with that. Swap that over. I feel like that might be a bit more helpful. Alright, let's give that a go. Dong. I'm not concentrating because I just saw a deal come through on email so for Jackbox, which I was looking at getting for the New Year's Eve stream. So I might just look into this quickly. Yeah, I think I would like to get that. yeah, have you played Jackbox before? I haven't actually, so I have been tempted by it, I must say. I'm not sure how much else is going to save us, but so it's currently going on this Fanatical website for $4.90 US for the next couple of hours, it would seem. Yeah, because so I don't know. So New Year's Eve, I'm going to be doing a New Year's Eve stream, and I wouldn't say I'm a party person as such, but yeah, I want to make it a bit more interesting, a bit more interactive for our New Year's Eve stream. So I thought maybe it's time to finally do Jackbox on the stream, but I haven't actually got it, so I guess yeah, this is the original Jackbox. That's gone on a deal. So the trilogy you can get for $30 US, or you can get the first one just for $5 US. Make me think. Yeah, that's actually going to be a cheaper way to get it anyway, so I think. So I'm going to pick up that just quickly. This is weird to be doing on a stream right now, I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm going to grab that. Yeah, yeah. My question with Jackbox though is uh, do like does it work well on the stream because of latency and that sort of thing? So I have wondered about that. But also, I might be running a pop culture convention again later in 2018. And as such, yeah, I want to check out to see because I have seen it played at other conventions before, but yeah. Oh wow! I've just realised I've had me streaming in the background, which is probably not going to help. We're getting good frame rates right now, though. If you are watching on a YouTube archive version, maybe just skip ahead a bit. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I prepare because this is only like a 2-hour deal or something like that. So I've got to grab that while I can, Papa got to pay the bills, and got to get bargains when you can. Because I don't even know if it's going to be any good. Whenever I read which is the best Jackbox, people say different ones. So yeah. But oh, got a confirm count. So Fanatical, if you don't know what Fanatical is, it used to be. What was it called before? Actually, I don't actually know off the top of my head. Yeah. Sorry, I can't help out in that respect. But yeah, if you don't know what Jackbox is, it's a series of sort of party games, and you can actually play with phones and that. So that means you can actually kind of stream it as well. So, Yeah, but I'm just saying something about... Oh, no. They did number... No, that's from Black Friday. They had a deal for number 3. Alright, cool. We'll just grab this one for now. So, yeah, I think this... So, if you are going to be tuning into the ZedKraze stream on New Year's Eve, 7 PM Australian Western Standard Time till midnight, I think we'll be playing at least Jackbox 1 because I'm just about to purchase it. We may play more. We'll just have to wait and see if I'm going to pick up the other 2. Well, there's actually 3, so they're up to Jackbox Party Pack 4. And I say Party Pack because, yeah, Jackbox Party Packs are actually multiple mini games. Like, there's like, what is this, Drawful and Fibbage and all these other games. So, yeah. Alright, I'm just going to purchase this and then we'll continue to stream. If you are watching on YouTube, I do recommend just skipping ahead 5 minutes. I'm sorry about this. But I get emails during the live streams pop up, and yeah, if I see a deal, I've got to grab that. You got to grab that because this is a timed one. So if you are watching live right now and you want to grab the Jackbox Party Pack, grab it now. It's only got a couple hours left on it. So, let's wait. Oh, actually, no, we don't. Let's see if we can use the voucher on that as well. Nope. Because this is a star deal. So what Fanatical does actually is, I think on a daily basis, does a star deal where it's quite a great deal, but it only lasts until they run out of keys. So I've actually missed, there was some good deals that came up. Oh, one really good deal that wasn't actually on Fanatical that I missed today, because it's Boxing Day, and there's some great deals I got today. I got Fallout, the board game, the new board game, and came out a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, that was, that came out only a few weeks ago. I've been following the development of the Fallout board game because I'm a massive fan of Fallout 4. And yeah, I managed to get it 25% off today. Also got 15% off eShop credit. So I've stocked up my Nintendo Switch with $120 of credit, so I can buy all the awesome digital games that will be coming out this year, and some that I want now. Well, say this year, I mean 2018, because we're not quite there yet. So that's working out $6.73 Australian dollars to get Jackbox Party 1 right now. There you go. So I guess this is the first time I've purchased from this site before. I'm always a little bit skeptical of these sort of websites because there's ones like, what's that notorious one that is known for having like almost like pirated keys sort of thing. But yeah. So yeah, this deal at this time at 9:21 Australian Western Standard Time has 2.5 hours roughly left, and they're about 50% through their keys at this point. So yeah, and it comes with, it's You Don't Know Jack 2015. It's a trivia, so probably quite old jokes in that. It's 1 to 4 players. Fibbage XL, Drawful, Word Spud, and Lie Swatter. So quite a few games there. So yeah, that's what we're going to be playing this Sunday, the 31st of December 2017, the last stream of the year, New Year's Eve stream. So yeah, and I might pick up some others. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, back to the stream. Sorry about that. I had to pick up that deal because we might have been still streaming, or they might have run out of keys before I grabbed that. So, all right, let's retry that. I reckon we can do this, you know? I reckon... Wait, oh no, pause. I just need to change browser window for a second to get back to our stream window and our chat so I can see chat. Too bad it's not a Cuphead deal I could be telling you about. Though I'm pretty sure... Well, let's just check. While we've been talking deals... so, a website I do use, one of the websites I use for finding cheap deals for games is There Any Deal? That generally gives you a pretty good guide of what deals are for digital games. For physical games in Australia, there's a site called comparegames.com.au. That's quite good for finding, cheap deals on games. One of the cheapest, but I wouldn't also just necessarily completely trust that. So currently it's saying the best deal for Cuphead, this game here, is at GOG, actually. So DRM free version for $13.36 US dollars. Steam has it for $17. So does Amazon. So yeah, you'll get a few dollars off at Steam if you want a Steam version of it. If you want a DRM free version, you can get them cheaper from GOG. I personally, it's weird to say this, but I prefer Steam versions because you got cloud saves and that. I know GOG's client has introduced some of that sort of thing, but I don't know, I'm just so ingrained in Steam. I know GOG in many ways doing the ethical thing by offering DRM free games, but yeah, I don't know, Steam, I know people bag out Steam, but I like Steam. So yeah, now Jackbox, let's see what is coming up on Jackbox right now for deals. It sucks that that was number one because there is the combo pack and quad pack. Okay, so that's actually the cheapest deal ever for that Jackbox I just got. A historical one, lowest is $8.74 US dollars, and we just got it for $4.99 US dollars. So that's a good deal. It's a good deal. I mean, it's a few years old now. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, $12.49 for the other games and $18.74 US dollars for number 4. So 2 and 3, yeah. So I could pick those other ones up for $25 US dollars, and then that will work out exactly the same as the bundle they had going right now, which was $5. I mean $30 for the first 3 Jackbox party games. But might see if I can find the others a bit cheaper. Actually, there was one way to get a bit cheaper. There's a Winter 10 voucher, which if I'm not getting it in a bundle, I can apply that to that, and then it should get it cheaper. You just couldn't get that on the Star deal, I believe. So, but I might try out off stream before we do the the New Year's Eve stream, just to make sure it's all going to be all good. Try out Jackbox, the first game, before I jump into you know, investing in the rest of it. But yeah, good deal if you're hanging around right now. This is why you should watch the ZedKraze stream live. I'm giving you bargain deals. And actually, if you follow me on Twitter or Facebook, which I'll just get that up on the screen now, I actually, twitter.com/ZedKraze and facebook.com/ZedKraze. I often post deals on there, not that I'm sponsored by anyone or anything. Though I have been looking at the Humble Bundle partnership deals right now, so I might sign up for that. I'll be completely transparent about that, of course. But yeah, I often post free games. So often there's been a lot of decent games being given away for free lately. So I've been posting that. So if you can't keep up with all the news or the latest deals and games, it's worth following me on Twitter and Facebook and that. Alright, let's get into this. Come on. We can do this. Oh, and we stuffed it up already. Oh, he huffed for a bit, didn't he? We should be able to... This first part is quite manageable. It's those damn flame things. There's got to be some secret to beating those guys. Because you can't just shoot it, to my knowledge. We're not going to win this one. Whoa, what was that? That was... I was dead. Can you shoot the flames? I don't think you can. try this a few more times, and then we'll go out and try the platform levels to give you a bit more of a sense, if you haven't checked out Cuphead, that it's not just boss battles. This is actually what the game was originally supposed to be all about, was just these sort of boss battles, but then they realized once they were onto a really good thing here, and they were getting a lot of great feedback, they realized they needed to expand the gameplay a bit, so they actually introduced the platform levels. And I think it's a good thing because it really gives some more freedom, and the platform levels are great as well. It's not like some tacked on, like they're really good. And just gives the game some variety. And I really can't wait to see what Studio MDHR does next. They've already said that, I feel like they might have said it's not the last we've seen of Cuphead and that. But I also know that this sort of hand-drawn animation is definitely not the last time we've seen of this. Like, they want to keep doing this sort of thing. Oh, come on. That's quite risky, that, because it kind of pushes you off. How far we get? Still not as far as we got that last time. We were so close. A brawl is surely brewing. I've only just, after all these times of playing this level, noticed the 3D sort of castle in the background. Because I'm so concentrating on what else is going on the screen. Last thing I'm thinking about is the how nice the background looks, and it's cool how it's like sort of twisting around. But I don't think that would be 3D model. That would still be hand drawn, I'm pretty sure. Oh, we're nearly dead already. Oh no, we're gonna die. Yeah. God, you gotta time that right, don't you? Felt like we got closer there. How did that work? Alright, a few more goes. I mean, I'm not necessarily getting sick of trying it. I just know watching me do this over and over is probably not that interesting, so I'd rather show you some other content. Oh yeah, I forgot we've got dash as well, like... But I've always found when I do dashes, I normally stuff it up, like... Hey, we've made it with 4 HP. Oh no! I was just trying to get up there to do my cup thing. Oh, now we've just lost! Oh, that's... Oh, what? Why haven't I... That's the EX power, of course. I forgot. But then you can't do your super. But how much closer did that get us by doing that? Oh, it's about the same. Sorry, it's been a while since I actually played this. It's not that I haven't wanted to. I mean, that's why it's my number 3 game of the year. I mean, that's no easy feat in 2017. So many great games. So many games I haven't been able to include into my top 10 of 2017. A few just... For example, I'm hoping to write a blog about it, but include Little Red Lie, which is a great narrative game. There's not much interactivity in it, and I think that's kind of part of the reason why I couldn't include it in my top 10 in the end, because it just got pushed out. It was number 10 at one point, but then I got a Switch and I played Zelda and other games. But yeah, yeah, it's a great game. It's by a solo indie developer and probably the best writing of a game in 2017. It's a really serious adult sort of game, like about like the economy and unemployment and depression and all this other stuff. But yeah, if you like serious games, definitely check it out. Even if you get it 50% off, like right now in the Steam sales, it's worth checking out. Oh, we were pretty close then. I thought we were. So definitely support that indie developer. I did actually do a review of the game on my website, ZedKraze.com, so check that out if you want. We haven't played it on stream though. Super Mario Odyssey. that's probably giving away a bit what's not in my top 2. I probably shouldn't be giving this away yet, but Super Mario Odyssey is a great game. It's so well designed in many ways. And in many ways, it's not so much a platform, it's more a game about discovery. You're trying to find lots of collectibles. It's all about collectibles, really. Crap story as usual, but, you know, save the princess sort of deal and that. But it is a great game, but it's just not so much my sort of game. So my personal top 10 says it's not, you know, it's not in my top 10, but that doesn't mean it's not a great game. Like, I recognize it's a great game, and there's so many, it's got so many fantastical ideas in it, you know, it's just nuts in many ways. Like, you play as a, you can possess, like, what is it, like Tyrannosaurus Rexes and, like, caterpillars and all sorts of crazy, how close were we that time? No, same, that's about as close as we can get. Yeah, so it could easily be in anyone's top 10 list. It just, for me, there's games I'm more interested in personally, even though in arguably some ways they're technically not as good. But technically better doesn't necessarily mean you'll personally prefer it. I mean, a game can, or anything, can be not brilliant. It can have massive problems with it, but you really like it, you really enjoy it. It's really your sort of, you know, aesthetic, your sort of story, or whatever. Okay, we're doing all right. How can we stop? How can we avoid that? I've yet to figure out the system for that. And when I get too concentrated on that, then I stop actually firing against the guy. Oh, now you can tell we're getting closer. Oh no, why aren't I shooting? I got distracted. Oh! I reckon we were so close then. Oh no, we were further behind. How does that work? Maybe that full special move actually does do quite a bit of damage. Okay, what else didn't make onto my top 10? Which narrows down what is in my top 2. Trying to think. Well, Pyre definitely doesn't even get a memorable mention because I started off really liking that game, but if you watch me stream it, I've streamed it many times because I really tried to complete it. We've done about 4 streams of Pyre. It just kept dragging on, way past its due date. Like, it really outstayed its welcome. Like, it's got some really great, I won't say animation, but character design, they look really cool. The characters, the colors are really cool in it. But and the sport part of it, the almost like fantasy version of NBA Jam is great. But it's all the visual novel side of it, the narrative, which should be its strongest point. I just found dragged on and just really just felt like it was massive filler to elongate the gameplay, like the overall runtime, which is weird to be coming from the developers of Supergiant Games, the developers of Bastion and Transistor. You know, really, you would think the sport part, the basketball sort of part, should be the crappy part, but no, it's the other way around. Luckily, you can play the basketball bit separately, but I really think they'd have a lot better chance if they actually you know, introduce online gameplay for that, because that could become a really big thing, a little esport thing. But because they're a smaller indie studio, about 12 developers, I think, from memory, they're not going to add online gameplay for it. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. But we don't want to use that now. Anyway. That's how you swap it, yeah. Come on, just was so close multiple times. Yes! Achievement unlocked, a day at the fair. We did it! 2 bosses beaten on the stream on our top 10 of 2017, number 3. Can't believe it. I think this is the second time I've done this on Cuphead. I've gone to stream it and say, oh, we're just going to be stuck on the same bosses over and over. Last time I think I did like 3 bosses in one stream, and now I've done 2. And we got a C that time. Ah, finally. I knew we were so close. Ah, cool. So we might see some new content that I haven't seen yet. Oh, we just got another rainbow bridge. Let's see if the characters are saying anything different. Oh, this is a little secret thing here, but it just takes you to here, I believe. Yeah, which is not much use to us now, but... Thanks, fellas. I knew there was a faster way across the island. Now I'll be first on all rides again. Here, take this coin as a way of saying thanks. Oh, because we got the bridges there. That's kind of earned us a coin. Oh, no, we've already... Oh, we've already gotten that coin because we spent it on getting that different power. Yay! We got further. So, if you bear with me past my buying of deals on of Jackbox, you have also witnessed me beat 2 bosses. Who would have thought? So I think we actually move on to the next world possibly. But let's check out the platformer levels, and I'll show you how much I suck at them. And then we'll try going into the next world, because I think we've completed all the bosses now. If we go to the list, you can see we've completed all the bosses. We just haven't completed the platformers. So, but you can move on to the next world, I think now. So yeah. But I'll show you they're called run and guns actually. So I'll just show you that. There's 2 of them. Actually, we're probably better off changing to the invincible dash. Because I don't think the extra HPs necessarily going to help us out. It's so hard to complete these levels, let alone try and bring the coins with you as well. Like, I'm dead. Okay, let's go exit to map. Let's try the dash. Makes us invincible. Actually, that should really help out in that level. Let's give that a go. So I love how the music goes muffled when you go into the main. It's just the detail that this game so good. No, it's not the super. It's charm, is it? Yeah, the smoke bomb, invisible dash. So we're invincible while we dash, I think, with that power up, but we lose 1 HP in the process. Ah, see, that's how it works. It should hopefully help out here. Yes. Oh, until you get hit by a bullet. Still, it's not necessarily perfect for defeating things. There we go. Look at that foreground. So good. I can't remember where it is that I get stuck on this. Well, this isn't helping, that's for sure. We'll try this a few times, and then I'll show you the other run and gun, and then let's try and check out the next world. Ouch. Oh man, you got to get that timing right now. I've only got 1 HP. It might be even worse than me not using that dash. Alright, how do we do this? I don't know. Well, that does kind of work. Damn it. I've gone past... Oh, that's right. You get to this wall, and it's like everything... You have to jump up to the roof and be upside down, and... Oh, it gets nuts. So, yeah, we won't pass this, because that's freaking hard. I've only passed one run and gun level. The run and gun levels are harder than the bosses, I feel. Well, for me personally. Let's go check out the other run and guns. Well, there's only one other. It's not there. It's, I think it's 3 here. Oh no, this is the upside down one actually on the roofs. Actually, well, I can't remember what it was that stuffed me up on. God, this is ridiculous. I just keep dashing. Oh, okay. Maybe not dashing into the wall. And begin. Like, how are you supposed to get past that? Like, this is nuts. There's no easy level on the run and guns either. Like, you know, the bosses have easy and normal. Or hard, whatever you want to call it. Like, but these don't. And you can't defeat these things. Like... I should be using my dash. On the ducks. Wait, oh, there's little baby ducks as well. No one told me about that. No. Alright, and then you get to this wall, and it's just nuts. Like... Anyway, it'll just be painful to watch me do these run and gun levels. I just suck at it. Let's see if we can get into the next world now. Because before we had the Dice Man say, hey, you can't go this far. Here we go. Is he going to let me by? Yeah, because it looks like we've crossed off all the bosses there. Looks like I might have underestimated you, Cupface. You gave it to them debtors, but good. Going over to the next island. Lots of fun times waiting there for you there. Alright. We get to see some new bosses. I'm sure we won't beat them, but let's just check them out. The little monks might have some fight in them. I'll say that much. They're making mincemeat out of them debtors. You see, I knew there was something special about those fellas. Well, don't be too sure just yet, boss. I think there's something fishy about those two. Don't blow your wig, Dice. If those two little finks try anything, I'll be waiting. Because he sold your soul to the devil. That's the backstory. But of course, we're not actually reclaiming our souls here, so... Oh, hello. Welcome to the new island. We haven't been here before. Yes, we'll be doing it simple. Rumour honey buttons in Honeycomb Herald. I'm guessing this is going to involve bees of some sort. Okay, I haven't seen this boss before. Like any pictures of it or anything. Oh, God. Oh, man. I like how just every level does have an original take on... It's not just like you just keep shooting at one big boss over and over. It's like every level really has an original theme. Like, you died. Might have to go back to the extra HP instead of the dash. Or I could try and learn how to use that dash better, I guess. If you don't get a timing of the dash right, then you just get yourself into trouble, really. You died! I'll give it a few more goes. It takes a long time to learn the patterns and that, like... We'll try what other bosses are now available. I don't think even this guy is actually the boss, like, because you saw that big bee lady earlier on. I think she's the one you actually got to beat at the end, so this will just be the first phase. Jazz. Oh, I wish you could turn off that drop down, because whenever I dark, I always just seem to end up dropping down into trouble. Hey, we got to the next phase. So what's going to happen next now? Yeah, that queen bee's around. What's she going to do? Well, oh, I should have dashed. What am I doing? Alright, let's exit to the map and check out what else is out there. Well, what else were my honourable mentions? I think I've got a list here. Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. So, you should know that Uncharted games are top-notch games. And Uncharted Lost Legacy in many ways changes up a bit by finally not playing as Drake, and you get to play as two female characters. Well, one female character and the other, your companion, is a female character as well. And they're two classic characters from the series, Chloe and Nadine. And yeah, it's a great game. Like, it looks amazing. Like, Uncharted's graphics are always amazing on PlayStation 4. Like, Uncharted 4 looked amazing, and Lost Legacy looks great. But the thing that doesn't quite get it into my top 10 is I just feel the formula is tired and overdone now. I feel like Uncharted 4 being the end of Drake's story, in some ways kind of is like, yeah, we've had enough of this formula now. It was good that it kind of got a bit of a twist with having new characters to play as in Lost Legacy, and the story and all that was pretty cool, and you know, cool worlds and all that, but it's still just the same formula. You know, climb things, shoot a whole bunch of waves of goons, climb things, shoot a bunch of waves of goons, find some treasure and that sort of thing. So, as great as Uncharted Lost Legacy is, it's also a bit tired formula, and in some ways I hope Naughty Dog completely move away from the Uncharted series now. I mean, I can't help but buy a game like that when it comes out, because it is still a solid game. I always find Uncharted games outstay their welcome a bit. They normally have like about, I mean, Uncharted Lost Legacy is a bit cheaper. It's not a full length Uncharted game. In some ways that makes it more of a perfect length Uncharted game, but a normal Uncharted game is normally, I reckon, they have like normally about 24 chapters in one of those, and it's normally about 5 or 6 chapters too long. But Lost Legacy, yeah, was a great game. It's just not a top 10 game for me this year. But worth checking out if you are an Uncharted fan. But with The Last of Us Part 2 coming out in 2018, hopefully the next game from Naughty Dog after The Last of Us Part 2 will be a completely new IP, I'm hoping. I feel like there's been enough done in Uncharted. There's been about 6 games in the Uncharted series now. There's 4 Uncharted main series games, and there's Lost Legacy, which we're talking about now, and then there's also a PS Vita Uncharted game as well, and then there's also a mobile game, but that's like an endless runner or something. So yeah, so that's another one of my honourable mentions for my top 10 of 2017. You're gonna need some tips if you want to keep hold these deadbeats. Start by mixing up your weaponry. Can't expect all your arms to work the same on every foe. Well, I have been changing that up. Mix and match, landlubbers. That's what I say. Well, I kind of knew that tip already. but I guess it's good to make sense of that. Oh, have we got a pirate? We've got a pirate level, I think, coming up. And then I'll mention my other honourable mention for this year. Yeah, I got one more. It's called Card Thief, actually. I'll just say it. It's a mobile game. It's by the developer of Card Crawl, one of my favourite mobile card games. And Card Thief is great. It's got this 9-card system screen. Oh, I've seen pictures of this. Yeah, this is cool. This gives you Popeye vibes. Yeah, I was going to see if you could jump on that or not, but you can't. God, you're fighting Russell Crowe here. Actually, I'm not so sure that weapon's working very well. Yeah, but Card Thief is great. So the idea is you're supposed to sneak around and try and steal treasure and escape the guards and that. And it's such a smart way of doing it with cards. Like, really inspires me to want to make my own card game in many ways. It's a solitaire game. All of the developers' games, Arnold, I think his name is. He's from Europe somewhere, I believe. Yeah, all of his 3 games that he's released, well, not all of them, there's another game that's like a game jam that kind of turned into a full game, but his main games, I'll say, Card Crawl, Card Thief, and Miracle Merchant are all solitaire games, so they're really good for if you're a card game fan like myself that you don't necessarily always have someone to play a card game with. Well, that's what's great about these solitaire games, because they give you like a TCG style sort of experience to an extent, but without having to actually play against other people. So that's kind of cool. The dash would work well in this, wouldn't it? To miss those. Oh, I say that and then I hit the bomb. God, it's quite hard to get him up there. I wonder if there's something else we can do to kind of. Oh, of course we can aim. I never aim. That's what we can... Oh, it's been a while. Oh, here we go. Second phase. Oh, that's not good. What's going on now? Are we back to bombs or... Oh, okay. So we're seeing second phase. Oh, look how many phases there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, man, that's going to work. Just when you think the game can't get harder. But yeah, Card Thief, great game, and could easily be a top 10 game, but didn't quite make it in. Definitely one of my favourites, if not favourite, mobile games of the year. I haven't played Monument Valley 2 yet, though. I've bought it, but I haven't got around to playing yet. I'm sure that's probably the best mobile game of the year. But yeah, Card Thief is great. So I probably should give honorable mention to that, Monument Valley, because I'm sure that's amazing, because I'm sure it's just as great as the first game. But another game I should give an honourable mention to, which I haven't put in there. I have bought it, but I haven't had time to play, and we're going to play it as our first streams in January 2018. Golf Story, made by 2 Melbourne developers. No, Brisbane developers, sorry. They came out of nowhere. No one's heard of them before. No one had heard of the game before. And their debut game, this Golf Story, looks like the Stardew Valley equivalent of a golf game. Or the golf game equivalent of Stardew Valley, should I say. And it looks great. I can't wait to play it. I just haven't played it because I've had like Super Mario and Zelda to play on Switch. I just wanted to... I only bought it like a week ago, so granted, but to be honest, Golf Story is what finally convinced me to buy a Nintendo Switch, because it's exclusive to Nintendo Switch, Golf Story. Supposedly, maybe it will come out on other platforms, but I really wanted to play it, so that's not necessarily a good reason to go out and buy a $470 console, but of course there was Zelda and Super Mario Odyssey and other games that I wanted to play. So yeah, and I took a chance on it. I got 20% off on the Switch, and now I'm so obsessed with that console now. It's just so good how you can just play wherever, whenever, however you want. And surprisingly, games like Zelda, I thought I'd only want to play on a big screen, but I find it just as immersive and enjoyable on the small screen as well. So yeah, that's another honourable mention. I didn't have that on the list, Golf Story, but it's supposed to be. I mean, I think if I played Golf Story, it could have ended up in my top 10. Probably would have knocked out maybe Thimbleweed Park or something. And maybe got into 9 or 10th place, maybe. Maybe even 8th, actually. It might even be better than Little Nightmares. Though I must admit, replaying some of these games like Little Nightmares in particular, that I was starting to think, actually, was it that good? Actually, replaying Little Nightmares remind me how good Little Nightmares actually is, despite its control issues and that. Oh, we just dashed to the same spot. Oh man, how the hell are we gonna do this? This is only second phase. I wonder if some bosses are easier without a controller. I mean, I feel like this is mostly designed for a controller because it's for Xbox as well, so it makes sense that it's gonna the controls. And this is a sort of game that should be a controller game, really, but oh, damn it. Stuffed it up on that one bit in the end. Alright, we'll give it one more go and then we'll see if there's any other bosses on this new island. It takes quite a while to learn the bosses and learn their rhythm, you know, learn their moves. And this one's going to be damn hard because it's got freaking 6 phases or something. Most of the bosses have had like 3 or 4 phases. And I guess the difficulty with that is it's harder to get into a rhythm because you've got to learn all these different move sets with the more phases. It's not so much just the length of the battle, it's the changes. The whole game is about learning these moves and squid time. Oh man, the eyes on that barrel are just so good. Alright, we're starting to get a rhythm for that part. Learned the barrel only dunk. Okay, what's going on now? Is that a shark? Oh, what? Nah, son. That's ridiculous. Oh, now we've got the octopus again. Oh, and then I get dunked. I did the same thing again. Okay, let's not fall for that again. Shark comes. Miss the barrel. So this is only the 3rd phase. Oh, what? A submarine just came out of nowhere. Okay. We got about 3/4 of the way there. I feel tempted now to start to get that rhythm to keep going, but let's just check out more of the game, more of this new island that we've made it to, and see what we can find. There's a bridge we can't get past, so we'd probably have to beat that boss and the other one. So there's only 2 bosses at this point, or is there a third? Is there any secrets around? That looks like a place to go to, because you can tell kind of by the way it's a little bit less faded. Like the rest looks quite pastel-y, but then that you can see is kind of animated, and just like this one is. Oh, so that's it. So we have to beat those 2 bosses before we can go any further. We haven't even got a run and gun yet to try out. So yeah. Maybe we'll give the pirate one more go, and yeah, and then we might wrap up the stream like for number 3 of my top 10 of 2017. Okay, shooties, dodge the barrel, miss the cannonballs. Shooting, jumping. Ah, didn't quite get the rhythm of that. Dodge the barrel. Okay, squid time. Jump these, the first 2, and then don't jump on the third. Jump to... Oh, that one you have to jump as well, then. Actually, that keeps changing up. Shark time. Watch the barrel. So I think he comes up 3 times, and then we've got to watch out for the submarine on the other side. Shark time. Dodge the barrel. Dodge. Oh man, we only got 1 HP left. Okay, watch out for the submarine. Whoa! They're like catfish or something. Damn! Oh! So, what phase... Yeah. Oh, man. Maybe we'll give it one more go. It does have a one more game nature to it, you know, which is a good thing. Dodge barrel, then dodge cannonballs. We haven't actually been using dash, so maybe we're better off getting extra HP instead. I could maybe use a dash on those catfish though. Squid time. Oh, damn it. Didn't get that right. Comes the shark. So he comes about midpoint there. You're probably about safe there, I reckon. Here comes shark. Let's get the barrel to there, and I reckon I'm safe there. Yes. Alright, lure the barrel there. Right, one more shark. And then that submarine, man. Oh, crap. I wasn't paying attention to the barrel. Just so much to pay attention to. Oh, what? I thought we'd done the shark. Ah. Alright, one more go. This match will get red hot. Let's go. Guess we could try a different weapon, but I think this one's more powerful. You have to be in the right spot for that to work. Out weapon. There's definitely bosses that weapon has worked well on. But oh, that's right. We're going to swap over to 4 HP, so we've got a bit better chance. So we're not using the dash. Oh, damn it, stuffed that up. Oh, that was close. Watch the barrel, watch the shark. That's number 1. I'm pretty sure he comes up 3 times. Lure the barrel here. Oh, I waited too long, damn it. I thought I had that good. Oh, well. Well, let's go to the map and we'll equip the different power that gives us 4 HP instead of 3. Because we're not using a dash at all. You probably could, but I don't think I'd use it effectively. That's the power up I got first, was extra hard, because I'm generally a defensive sort of player. I want to have as much health as possible to give me the most chance when playing something. A brawl is surely brewing. A brawl is surely brewing. Oh, damn it. That extra HP we've already lost. A stupid move. I know I could be aiming upwards instead, like on an angle, but you have to get the exact angle right, and in this I've got to keep moving, and I think jumping is quite helpful in this right now. Just be constantly on the move. Ah, damn it. Down to 2 health already. Actually, watching his eyes, when he's looking down, I think he's ready to drop on you. But when he isn't looking down, he's not going to drop on you. So you've got that brief period of time where you've got a little safe zone, if you will. Actually, maybe it's not based off 3 times, but actually based on trying to destroy the shark. So, depending on how much you hit him, is when the submarine might come up. But you don't really get an indication as to when the sub's going to come up, necessarily. Oh, there we go. That's one way to do that. How are we supposed to defeat that? Or is it just that we're supposed to be still shooting him? Ah! Ah! How far we get? Well, we nearly got to the next phase. Let's try again, and maybe if we don't stuff up those first bits, we shouldn't be losing health from that first section. It's pretty much the key to all of these bosses. You shouldn't be losing health in the first like half of the battle if you've got any chance to make it through to the end. Pretty well so far. Here comes Shark Boy. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Play the edges, man. Oh, the shark's back. Why is the shark back? I'm not on to the next phase yet or something. Oh, crap. Alright, we're on to the next phase now. Oh, what? A squid as well? What the hell? What did that do? Do we have to dodge? What is it just distracting me, or? Oh, come on, we're getting so close, I feel. Oh, damn it, we stuffed that up. Oh, we have to take out the squid as well, do we? What is going on? Oh, what? I can't believe I haven't died yet. I forgot about ducking. I can do that here. We must be on to the last phase by now. Oh crap, it's coming up now. Oh, shark again. Oh, come on. Oh, we were so close. So close. So close no matter how far. Oh boy. Let's give it one more go, because that was so close to beating that. We know what to do. That was the last phase just then. Damn it. Of course, this is only the easy mode of it. Can you just imagine what the regular hard mode of this boss would be like? It's like it teaches you by getting you to learn all the attacks, and then it just throws all of those attacks at once at the end. Still don't know what the deal was with the squid and the... I think the squid might have been just trying to distract you, like by putting like ink all over the screen and that, and trying to distract you from the barrel and the cannonballs and everything else that's going on. Sharky time. Take that, shark. Actually, maybe the shark's actually dependent on how much energy this guy's got left, like the pirate. Don't have to save my EXs till later or not. Alright. Well, that's one way to do it. I didn't really mean to use all those up. Oh crap, we're now to that phase already. That was a bit of a cheat. It's not very fair. Yeah, I think it's just a distraction. Oh, whoa! Oh, that's a massive distraction. It, like, you've got to really beat that squid before it makes the screen all go black and you can't see what's going on. Now we know what the deal is with that. It's a really smart idea, actually. Ah! Oh crap, is it shark time? No. Ah! No! We're so close! Cannonballs. Oh, we missed that, damn it. I just stopped shooting before to try and get my rhythm back because look at how much is going on the screen right now. Oh, we didn't even get to shark yet. That was so close. Anyway, that boss does seem like we will beat him possibly the next time we stream Cuphead. But we already knocked out 2 bosses tonight. We got to the new island. And I've shown you the run and gun levels as well. So I think I've given you a good taste of what Cuphead's like. This is obviously further in the game, so if you haven't played it before, yeah, this is, I guess, spoilers, but, you know, only spoiling in the respect of seeing what bosses are coming up. But yeah, Cuphead, definitely a great game. Definitely should be in my top 10 in 2017. I've put it at number 3. Brilliant art style, animation, ideas, gameplay, charm, music. Like, what doesn't this game get right? Which, you know, if this game is at number 3, then what the hell is at number 2 and number 1? They must be brilliant games because this is a brilliant game. And often I find like my top 3 games are usually all pretty much on par in different ways. They're like, I mean, how do you compare once? Like, how... I mean, tonight we have done number 4, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, and number 3, Cuphead. How can you compare those 2 games? They're totally different games. So it's very hard to do an order. I mean, I've seen quite a few top 10 lists this year where people have just listed 10 games, but they haven't put it in any order. And really, in many ways, that's probably more fairer, because it's how do you compare Thimbleweed Park, Paradigm, Little Nightmares, South Park, Tacoma, Ruiner, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, and Cuphead. Like, there's a few games that were similar there, like Paradigm and Thimbleweed Park, but mostly they're all sort of different games. They've got different vibes, different styles of graphics. Some are online multiplayer, some are narrative-based games, some, you know, are realistic, some are cartoony, you know, they're all got their differences, so it's really hard kind of ranking them like this, really, but it's good to do it, I think. So yeah, and speaking of rankings, what's up next on the ZedKraze stream? Well, tomorrow night on the 27th of December 2017, we'll be streaming live number 2 and number 1. Number 2, number 1. Now, I think I've swapped it around just recently in the order of that, but I will say up front, either of these games are my number 1 game of the year. And one of them, I will say, is my number 1 indie game of the year at least. So that might even give you a hint. But 2 games being streamed tomorrow night, my number 1 and number 2, and we'll stream that. And then for the rest of the week, what have we got coming up on the ZedKraze stream? We've got the ZedKraze show on Friday, the 29th, I think, of December 2017 from 7 PM stream Western Standard Time, as with all my streams, wrapping up the week in gaming news. And then finally, our New Year's Eve stream on the 31st of December 2017 from 7 PM to midnight. We'll count it down, and looks like we're going to be playing some Jackbox party games, because I just bought it on this very stream. I'm sorry for boring you for 5 minutes while I was buying a game, but it was a temporary sale for 2 hours or so, or before the keys run out. So I managed to pick up Jackbox Party Box 1 for quite cheap, for about $5 US. I might try and pick up the others before Sunday. I'll see if I can, what sort of deal I can find on those. But yeah, otherwise at least we'll play Jackbox 1 on New Year's Eve, and maybe we'll play some other games. Maybe it won't just be Jackbox all night. So if you would like to join me New Year's Eve, if you haven't got anything to do, if you don't want to go out and hang out with, you know, real people and stuff, because obviously I'm a fictional character, if you just want to spend some time New Year's Eve with someone on the streams of Twitch, come see ZedKraze, twitch.tv/ZedKraze. We'll play some Jackbox together, and I don't know, I might even give away some Steam codes, and who knows, I don't know what I'm going to do, but it's a bit of a blank, open slate sort of thing for the New Year's Eve stream. And then we get into our New Year's streams in 2018, our first streams, which as I said, I'll be starting off with Golf Story. And then I'll probably follow it up with Stardew Valley the following week after that. So it's going to be quite Switch focused. And also PS4. I've got Gran Turismo now. We did play the beta a while ago. I picked it up cheap, the full game. So yeah, we'll try out some of the GT mode that is now included, the single player campaign, which wasn't there on launch, and it's part of the reason why the game kind of tanked when it launched. So yeah, we'll play some Gran Turismo Sport in January. We will also play some Wipeout Omega Collection. I picked that up for really cheap, and that's got a VR mode coming to it, much like GT Sport has a VR mode already. I think it's in February a VR mode's coming to Wipeout Omega, which is almost like the joke. When I thought about like what games would be an absolute joke of a concept to have VR on, I always thought of Wipeout. I feel like you'd have to have a bucket in front of you. So I'm not going to be streaming me playing Wipeout Omega VR live, but we will play some Wipeout Omega on the stream in January, because Wipeout is one of my favourite games of all time, this series. I've got a lot of the original games on PS1, 2 and 3, but now we've got the remastered, and I played it a little bit offline, and yeah, it looks cool. It's really nice looking, and yeah, it's one of my favourite racing games of all time, so that will be coming up in January streams. Also, I'm looking to try out the Wolfenstein demo, and also the Dragon Ball FighterZ open beta. So we've already got most of January kind of planned out. I've also possibly got an indie game I'm going to be trying out. A developer's going to be sending me a code for that, so we're probably going to try that out. And then, of course, we've got all our regular games that we play on this stream, such as PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, Super Mario, Zelda. I'd like to get back into some Bloodborne. I'd like to do a Lego build stream again soon. And I've realised I haven't played my Deus Ex DLC yet. I've completed the game, but I haven't played the DLC, and I haven't played Deus Ex at all. on the stream, so I might crank that out. Maybe the Forza Horizon, Forza 7 demos as well. So yeah. Anyway, that's what's coming up in this week, and also coming up in January 2018. So thank you for joining us for my top 10 stream of 2017, number 3, Cuphead. Until tomorrow night, for number 1 and number 2 of my top 10 of 2017. Check ya.